Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad-vyapta-dehaye Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Namah Pranavaर्थाय Shuddha-jnanaika-murtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaye Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः All of us, even the poorest of people, have some amount of wealth, dhanam. Whether somebody's generosity, our own earnings, by hard work, everybody has dhanam. But not everybody is called dhanavan. Dhanavan means that he has dhanam. Everybody has dhanam, so everybody should technically be called dhanavan. No. One who has dhanam in very large quantities is called dhanavan. Similarly, everybody has some buddhi. I don't think that anybody, any human being, unless he is in a vegetative state, can be called without buddhi, capacity to think. But not everybody is called a buddhiman. Only who has that buddhi in very large measure, called a buddhiman. All of us have, in some measure, dhanam, power. Most of us have some land, even if it's only a flat, which means you don't have land. In fact, you have nothing in a flat. It's only floors and walls. All of it belongs to somebody else also. Many of us have land. Many of us have some power. If nothing else, perhaps over your own children. Some power. All of us have some desires. Those desires, some of them get fulfilled. They're small desires, perhaps. Chinna ashai. All of us have something or the other. Huh? Or what they say in Hindi, what? Choti si asha. All of us have. Some of them get fulfilled, some of them don't get fulfilled. Some of them we long for. A person has a nice house, an apartment in a nice location in Singapore or in Coimbatore or in wherever we are. And out of the blue, somebody offers you a large villa in, let us say, Bel Air in Hollywood. Wow, what a place to stay. We might have seen them in pictures. We may not even seen them in close quarters. But we know there's an image. I can get that. No, but there's a problem. Maintenance of that alone will take me a lot of effort and money. No, don't worry, taken care of. You have some wealth, enormous wealth. What is your bank balance? I have more than 80 crores. Don't worry. Or 80 lakhs. You will get in hundreds of crores in dollars. So you've got to maintain in Bel Air. And power. You will be neighbors with all the Hollywood actors. Politicians will come to you. You will be friends with the President of the United States. I'll give you everything. You have huge land, you have wealth, you have power. All this is artha. And you also want all the kama that you can think of. Music, art, travel, anything. You will have women serving you. Sometimes you see in pictures, no? The villain or the hero is sitting in a chair. One girl is doing his nail, one girl is doing his foot, one girl is doing his face, one girl is doing something else for him, serving them. You will have all of that. Somebody doing a manicure for you, somebody doing pedicure for you. Frankly, even when I imagine, I say, who will want all this? But you know what I'm saying? That it is way, way bigger than what one has. All this Nachiketa has been offered in huge measure. Wealth in terms of pashu, cattle, elephants, horses, sheep perhaps, all pashu, has been offered vast tracts of land, has been offered power. He can be the king, has been offered that all his desires will be fulfilled. Dharmaraja has told him, I am capable of fulfilling everything. And having told him all this, Dharmaraja is still probably seeing doubt in the face of Nachiketa. My God, this boy is not getting tempted. I've given him everything any man would die for. That's an expression. You would probably say, I don't mind dying and going to Yamaloka if I can get all this. And this boy doesn't show any enthusiasm. So he says, okay, what else can tempt somebody? How can you be, if all this doesn't tempt you, one of the things that tempts everybody in this world, every human being, is to be different. When we were growing up, some of the other people recognize this. And imports were very few. If we had something which is imported from somewhere in the West, you stood out. Some clothing you wore. It might have gone from Bangladesh, that's different. Or even from our own Tirupur or someplace. But it's come from the US. So you look different. You want to be different. You want to stand out. And of course, in time, what happens? Everybody gets it. So the fellow who stands out, he who has the old one. It's like everything else. There was a cartoon in Mad magazine once. A whole bunch of guys in the crowd with the board which says conformist. That means we conform to the norms. One fellow breaks out and keeps a board which says non-conformist. I stand out, I'm different. Then the next panel, 2 more people join him. In the next panel, another 10 people join him. In the last panel, everybody is in a non-conformist group, only the one guy who is in conformist group. What happens? We want to be different. And what else can tempt to a person who is not tempted by wealth, with power, with land, with anything can offer him? So Yamadharma Raja comes up with one more. Yamadharma Raja says, Ima Rama Saratha Saturyaha.
Ima Rama Sarada
Saturya
Nahi Drisha Lambaniya Manushyahi.
Lambaniya Manushyahi
Abhirmat Prat Parthabhi Paricharayasva. Nachiketo Maranam Manuprakshihi.
Nachiketo Maranam Manuprakshihi.
Another says, none of these tempts you, but I will make you different from everybody else. Everybody look up and say, wow, he's so different. Nahi drisha lambaniya manushyahi. People don't have seen something like this. Because what I'm now offering you is not available in your loka. I'm offering you something other than what is available in your loka. What I'm offering? Ima Rama Saratha Saturyaha. The music that you have on the earth is wonderful music. If you're interested in classical music, it's wonderful. If you're interested in more modern heavy metal, it's also music. May not sound like music to some of us, but that's also people call that music also. But I'll give you something divine. Musical instruments that you use are very nice, but suppose I give you musical instruments which are celestial. What will I do with it, Raja? I don't know how to play those. No. Along with the girls who will play those musical instruments, they will be there with their musical instruments, with their very unusual vehicles. You currently have a small hatchback. I will give you a choice of Lamborghinis and Rolls Royces and something beyond them. Lamborghini or Rolls Royces, many people have in this country, in this world. I'll give you something which is not available in this world. Ima Rama Sarathaha Saturyaha. Sarathaha. Rama is celestial damsels. Apsaras. You can get something not available in your loka. Apsaras who can attract even devas. Mohinis. with their rathaha, sarathaha, rathena saha, with their wonderful alaukika vehicles. Your vehicles run on petrol. You have to go and fill petrol every time, or electricity, or now hydrogen. These vehicles are powered by divine force. No noise, no pollution, total comfort. I suppose that is what Pushpa Viman was like. All those vehicles. Everybody look at you, my God, what kind of vehicle does he have? And they'll be driven by these Ramaha. Saturyaha, with their musical instruments. Again, alaukika musical instruments. You know only things like violin and flute and things like that. These are celestial musical instruments. They captivate you. Their music is enchanting. And these Ramas will come with their musical instruments, entertain you, fulfill all your kamas, even those you never probably imagined. Ima, Ramaha, Sarataha, Saturyaha. Even on the in places like Japan or even in India, we had these categories of women. Geisha girls in Japan, I read somewhere that they are extremely talented women, beautiful, highly educated, extremely intelligent, extremely knowledgeable, extremely talented, wonderful voice, wonderful music. Same thing. In fact, I read somewhere also Devadasis were like that. It's not easy to become a Devadasi. So, and very powerful. Now imagine he's offering celestial damsels, huge, powerful people, the most beautiful. And they are there, they'll come and serve you. Ma Ramaha Saratha Saturyaha. With their captivating music, with their unimaginable vehicles. Even here, when somebody drives in a Ferrari in Bombay, you stop and look because it's rare. Not everybody has a Ferrari or a Rolls Royce. These are going to be something very different. This kind of thing people would never have seen. Nahi drisha lambaniya manushyahi. People wouldn't have seen this kind of thing at all. These I'm offering you. Abhihi. Mat Rattabhihi. These are being offered by me. Comes from dha dhatu only. Give. Ra-dha. Offered by me to you. Use them. Have them serve you. Paricharayasva. You can't imagine higher levels of joy and pleasure. I told you in Kathopanishad, in Anandavalli, they grade these happiness levels. Each level of loka you go to, it's 100 times more than the best that you can get on the earth. Best health, best power, best wealth, best everything. 100 times that, then 100 times that, then 100 times that, then 100 times that. That kind of joy and pleasure I'm offering you. Abhihi, these mat prattabihi paricharayasva. Have yourself served by them. You will feel more than just a king, which I've already offered you in the previous mantra. But please, for God's sake, don't ask this question that you're asking about. What happens after Mrityu? Hey Nachiketa, Maranam ma anuprakshihi. Don't ask about what happens post-death. I've already told you, it is not easy to understand. You say people have doubts about this, even devatas have doubts about this. Don't go there. All human beings know Artha Kama. And I'm giving you the highest possible level of Artha and Kama. Way beyond what is available in your loka. Take all that. Don't ask this question. Hey Nachiketa, Maranam Manuprakshihi. Ma anuprakshihi. Don't go there. Leave it alone. In every mantra, he's been ending by saying, I'll give you all this, but don't go there. And Shankaracharya has made it clear that he says that because first he wants to be absolutely certain that Nachiketa is ready for this knowledge. Nachiketa has enough vairagyam to not be tempted by these. And Nachiketa has enough discrimination to not choose the ice cream in our example, but to choose what is more important. So the Acharya says in the introduction to this verse, this mantra, you can put this thing on screen, please. Ye kama durlabha matyaloke.
Ye kama durlabha matyaloke.
Sarvan kaman chandasa prarthayasva.
Sarvan
kama chandata ichatah.
Nachiketa is being told, those kamas, ye kamaha durlabaha martyaloke. Your loka is martyaloka. Impossible to find in your loka. Those kind of desire, those kind of kama. Any kama that you can imagine in your world, I came up with an example of huge estate and a villa in Bel Air. Anything you can come up with. These are way beyond that. Ye kamaha durlabhaha. Not possible, not easy to find. Anywhere on this earth. All of those I'll give you. Sarvan kaman chandata prarthayasva. You can ask for it. You can ask, this is not Acharya, it is Yamadharmaraja himself saying, Hey Nachiketa, prarthayasva. Please ask for all of these kama not available for you on the earth. Sarvan kamansh chandata. Chandata. Anything that you desire. Chad dhatu. To desire. To wish. Anything that you wish. So open your imagination. Think beyond whatever you know about the earth. What's available on the earth. All of that I'll give you. Sarvan kamansh chandata prarthayas. You can ask for it. So his attempt to tempt Nachiketa, initially by offering him wealth, power, long life, children, grandchildren, all of that, land, and all the kamas that you can think of. Music and dance, art, travel, anything you can think of. And not seeing that kind of enthusiasm on Nachiketa's face probably offers him another level beyond that. We will read what Acharya has to say about that. Bashyam. Ye kamaha
ये कामाः
arthaniyaha
प्रार्थनीयाः
durlabhaha
दुर्लभाः
cha martyaloke
च मर्त्यलोके
ye kamaha. All those kama desires, wants that can be prayed for, that can be asked for, and which are very, very difficult or impossible to find on the earth. Durlabha cha martyaloke. All of those, sarvan tan kaman
सर्वान् तान् कामान्
chandataha ichchataha.
छन्दतः इच्छातः
Chandataha is that you wish, ichchataha, that you desire, prathayasva,
प्रार्थयस्व
ask for anything that may not be available in your Martyaloka. Like I said, our imagination is only up to the point that we can imagine because we know something. It says, take your imagination beyond that, even that I will give you. What kind of thing? Kincha,
किञ्च
maha, divya, apsaraha.
दिव्या अप्सरः
These celestial apsaras are available to you. Imaha, divya, apsaraha. They can be a source of immeasurable joy for anybody. Acharya says very nicely, Ramayanti Purushan iti Ramaha. Ramaha. Ramayanti Purushan. They are source of infinite joy to all beings, all human beings. Those are Ramaha. Ramayanti Purushan iti Ramaha. These celestial beings, as I told you, not just Gishas or Devadasi, they are way, way, way above them. They are celestial. Saha rathaihi.
Saharataihi.
Saha rathaihi vartante.
Vartantat.
Iti sarathaha.
Iti saratha.
Sarathaha.
Rathena saha. They come with their absolutely fancy ratha vehicle. Rathaihi saha vartante. They come with that celestial, divine vehicle. I was talking to somebody. There is a field now called Indian knowledge systems. And what they are now finding is that many of the things that you are now discovering slowly, rocket science, space travel, all of that is available in some form in various ancient texts in India. We imagine avionics, that fantastic work is being done in NASA or ISRO. It's available. I think what we should do is have a class of people who are specialized, great scientists in this in various fields, whether it is avionics or medicine or other sciences or mathematics or geography or cosmology. And they should also become experts in ancient text study. That means they should know Sanskrit totally. And they should have access to all these, not only Vedas, but also other texts from other era, humanly written texts. And look for these things. So you find some of the vehicles are probably designed and made there. And somebody can do some research on, is there any reference to Pushpa Viman in greater detail? How does it work? And many other things like that. Maybe we'll go back to the situation where Bharat will produce the most advanced avionics travel. Like now, China is there. China is producing the 6th generation aircrafts. There may be references may be there in some of the texts. But somebody understands that field and the text has to work on them. It would be nice to get a lot of group of youngsters who are specializing in their own field, but also are specialists in these things. Then this kind of ratha, whether it is travel on the ground or travel in air or on water or in water, underwater, we may find some already available. Sarathaha. And similarly, musical instruments. Saturyaha,
Saturyaha.
Sarvadriyaha,
Sarvadriyaha.
Vaditraihi saha.
Vaditraihi
These
saha.
instruments which these people will play, these women will play. Enchanting instruments, enchanting music. Tasha
Tascha.
nahi lambaniyaha,
Nahi lambaniyaha.
Labaniyaha.
prapaniyaha. Lambaniyaha means prapaniyaha.
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 Not available, they cannot be easily got. They are not available. Na prapaniyaha. Tashahi na lambaniyaha na prapaniyaha. Idrishaha
Idrishaha.
evam vidaha. Idrishaha means in this manner.
Evam vida.
Evam vidaha, in this manner.
Evam vida.
एवं विद्धाः
Manushyahi.
Manushyahi.
Shahi means we're talking about people on the earth. Mrityaihi, people who are subject to
Vrityahi.
death. Mortals.
Matyaihi.
Mrityaihi.
Vrityahi.
Vrityaihi.
Asmadadi prasadam antarena.
Asmadadi
Prasamantarena.
prasadamantarena.
Prasadam. He says, with my grace, he is a deva. He's some form of devata. And he's already said, I can fulfill all your kamas. Not only can I fulfill all your kamas, I can also make sure that you enjoy those kamas. He is saying, this given to you by me, is offered to you by me, mat prasadam, as my grace, as my anugraha. This will be available to you. Abhihi,
Abhihi.
matprattabihi.
Matpratabihi.
Abhihi means these, all these that I'm offering, all these I mentioned, Ramaha, Sarataha, Saturyaha, all these, Abhihi, matprattabihi,
Matpratabihi.
maya pradattabihi, given by me, offered by me, matprattabihi, maya pradattabihi. What are these? These are these Ramaha, serving damsels. Paricharini
Paricharini.
bihi is will be your serving maids to command. Paricharayasva
Paricharayasva.
Atmanam
Atmanam.
Manam.
Pada Prakshalanadi Shushunam.
Padaprakshalanadi Sushunam.
They will serve you. And Paricharayasva. Have them serve you. They are available to you to serve. To Acharya, Atmanam is you, to you. Like doing manicure for you, Pada Prakshalanam, cleaning, manicure, pedicure, everything for you. Shushrusha. Shushrusha is a very interesting word. The two shakaras that come, they repeat. In the Sanskrit language, there are some places where the first letter repeats. Shru is what? To hear. Shrunu. Shushrusha is I want to hear. The ichha to hear is technically the correct meaning. Shushrusha. But in Rudi Artha, in the daily usage Artha, in many languages in India, including Tamil, Shushrusha means do seva. In Tamil, they say, no, our parents, nanna Shushrusha pandran. Our appa mag nanna Shushrusha pandran. But if you break that word down, it is Shrotum Ichha, the desire to hear. That is the Vyutpatti meaning. They hear what? Hear the absolute truth. Therefore, you do shushusha to the Guru, because what else can you do for the Guru? Guru doesn't want anything. So the Rudi Artha is shushusha, one who does seva, service to parents, to Guru, to whoever. So have these people do shushusha for you, serve you. Shushusham karaya atmana ityartha.
Sushrusham
Susham
karaya
karaya
atmana
atmana
ityartha.
ityartha.
Karaya is make them do. In Sanskrit again, karoti means he does. But if you add a pratyaya, it becomes karaya. Ka becomes ka and a yakara gets added. Karoti and karayati. You do and you make somebody do. Karoti, karayati. So karaya, may you get them to do, serve you. Atmana shushusham karaya. Make them do for you, serve you. They are available to you. Ityartha. This is because Shankaracharya has written. But here, Nachiketa, idella, I give you all of these things. Wealth, longevity, power, land, pashu of all kinds, all your kamas I will fulfill. Both laukika kama and alaukika kama I'll fulfill for you. I'll make sure that you can enjoy them. But please do not ask for this marana question. Don't ask. He Nachiketaha
He Nachiketaha.
Nachiketaha.
marana sambandham prashnam
Marana
Sambandham
sambandham prashnam.
prete after the fall of the body. Marana sambandham prashnam prete
Marana sambandha prashnam prete.
asti nasti iti.
Asti
Asti
nasti
nasti
iti.
iti.
Going back to the original third wish of Nachiketa. I want to know, because some people say there is something that happens after this death of the body, and some people say there isn't. Asti or nasti? If it is there, what is the nature of that? He says this kind of line of questioning will lead you nowhere. In Sanskritam again, there are a lot of these nyayas. I mean, certain examples that you give to illustrate a point. So here he uses one nyaya called iti kakadanta pariksha rupam.
Iti kakadanta pariksha
Pariksha
rupam.
rupam.
Kakadanta gaveshana nyaya is called the nyaya. Saying, you don't go and count how many teeth kaka has. Kaka is kawa. It's like trying to count how many teeth kaka has. Don't go there. It's useless pursuit. Okay? Asti nasti iti kakadanta pariksha rupam, like the person wanting to examine how many teeth crow has. So you catch hold of the crow, open the mouth and say, where is the teeth? They know kaka doesn't have teeth, no. Where you count it, because there's a relevance to this is because when you buy horses, one of the ways of examining the health of the horse is to examine its teeth. In fact, I think in other pashu also they do that. You open the mouth and check the teeth. If the teeth are okay, then the horse is supposed to be healthy. You can't apply the same logic for Kaka. You can't open the Kaka's mouth and say, how good is the teeth, how many teeth there are. So don't go there. Iti kakadanta pariksharupam ma anuprakshihi
Ma
Ma
anuprakhihi
Anuprakshihi
maivam prashtumarhasi
maivam
Maivam
prashtumarhasi
Prashtumarsi.
ma evam prashtum arhasi. Asking this kind of question is useless. It's not worth asking questions about mrityu. What a funny way to say this, no? All of us are really studying that to try and delve into the depth of it, to find out what exists post the fall of the body. Is there something? Is that Atma? What kind of Atma is it? What is the nature of that Atma? In studying the Shastra, we studied in 2 steps very clearly. The entire Jagat, we can easily arrive at the fact there is nothing but Ishvara. If the entire Jagat is Ishvara, then whatever I thought I was is also Ishvara. It's also Ishvara means it is non-self-existing. It is an object. It can be recognized. It can be seen, perceived by the use of the 5 senses. I can see you, you can see me. It's an object. It's a drishya. But I is not an object. I is I, the subject. So I has to exist other than all of these objects, the body, the mind, the senses. I has to exist. If everything here is nothing but Ishvara, that one unchanging, akhanda Ishvara, then where is I? That is the second step of the understanding. I cannot be anything but Ishvara, Parameshvara, Brahman, Om, Pranava. All mean the same thing. That is what we are trying to study. And here he is telling Nachiketa, don't go there. Now, at this stage, I'm sure each one of us, if somebody were to come and tell us, I'll give you all this, all that you can imagine in terms of wealth, in terms of ayu, in terms of putra pautra, in terms of power, in terms of everything, all the kamas, all the desires, but stop studying. I don't think any of us will agree. Because you've seen that all these are limited. I've already got enough from the Shastra to understand and have the Shraddha in the Shastra to understand that what I'm looking for is not limited. Desha Kala Vastu Aparichinna. Not limited by anything. If I can look at understanding the limitless and if by logic, with the help of the Shastra, Shastra Anukula Tarka, I can understand at least at one level that I am Purnaha, that I has to be Purnaha. There is no other possibility. It's only a matter of time, effort, to understand the reality of that. If I know that the existence of that is there, if I have got out of the state of being a bala, a child who doesn't understand the difference between a cone of ice cream and a fully loaded credit card, I'm never going to be satisfied with the little ice cream, which is going to melt any case in a few minutes. And we are all in that state of looking at it saying, so it is no surprise that Nachiketa rejected all of these. He's obviously at a state like many of us. And all the temptation that Yamadharmaraja tried to give him did not affect him at all. He remained unaffected. Like the ocean, in the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, whether rivers come into the ocean, they don't come into the ocean, ocean's oceanness is unaffected. Ocean remains an ocean. All this, if it comes my way, I enjoy it. But it is not going to affect me in any way. It is not going to affect me in my efforts, in my sadhana. Just because if you had got these before you got the discrimination between Atma, Anatma, Purna, and that which is limited, then one could easily be tempted. But when one recognizes that there is the possibility of what the Shastra says of Purnatvam, then no amount of temptation will take you there. So Nachiketa obviously has come from a certain background, family background, where there's been enough discussions about these in the family, about this with the guru, with others, that he understands that there is something to be known which is way beyond any of these things that Yamadharma is offering. Like I said, even as I was describing a situation where one has access, free access to unlimited wealth. Unlimited here means enormous amount of wealth, enormous amount of property, enormous amount of land, enormous amount of power, enormous access to fulfilling all kinds of desires. Even as I was describing them, I was thinking how useless are these things. How is it any better than what I already have? It's no better. If I have today 10,000 rupees, and if I have access to 10 million rupees, for a person who does not understand that there is something called Purnatvam that is accessible, it might look like a phenomenal growth. It is, from a Laukika sense, it is a phenomenal growth. But once you have sensed what Shastra is trying to say, this is not the direction one's going to go. This can happen prior to the recognition of the possibility of Purnatvam, not after. That's why they say this is, once you step into this path, there's no going back. There's no punaravritti, no punah no going back. Going back not after reaching this, I'm saying even if you've stepped into the path, You might get diverted a little bit here and there, but you will always continue. Like Nachiketa. From here, this next verse to the end of this section, this chapter, Nachiketa expounds beautifully on this aspect of the difference between one who recognizes that there's a Purnatvam and the one who does not recognize there's a Purnatvam. How would a person who recognizes that, even if you don't know what is moksha, you don't know what is Purnatvam, but you know there's a possibility, enough. Then how would you view this? This next 4 verses we will see very beautifully. Nachiketa talks about these. We'll do that tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Guru Hari Om.